The largest flying machine ever built was destroyed in a war zone. But what almost nobody knows is that this mechanical titan wasn't created to carry tanks or military cargo. It was born to carry the Soviet Union's most ambitious space dream directly on its back. This is the story of the Antonov An-225 Mriya. We are going to uncover how a marvel of the Cold War became the absolute backbone of global extreme logistics, and the dark truth about why it was left to burn when it could have easily been saved. Let's go back to the height of the Cold War. The United States had just launched the space shuttle, and the Soviet Union panicked. They believed the American shuttle could be used to drop orbital weapons or capture Soviet satellites. In response, they built their own space plane, the Buran. But there was a massive logistical nightmare. The Buran was built in Western Russia and Ukraine, but it had to be launched from the remote steppes of Kazakhstan. How do you transport a massive spaceship across thousands of miles? They needed a dedicated, unstoppable transport. The Antonov design team took their largest existing cargo plane, the An-124, and pushed it to absolute extremes. They stretched the fuselage, redesigned the massive wings, and added 2 more engines, bringing the total to 6 brutal turbofans. They also gave it a unique twin-tail design so the plane wouldn't lose control due to the turbulent air coming off the spaceship on its back. With 32 wheels to stop it from crushing airport runways under its 640-ton weight, the An-225 was born. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the space program was canceled. The An-225 was abandoned, left to rust in Ukraine, and scavenged for parts. But a decade later, global logistics changed. The world needed a way to move gigantic industrial components quickly, things that usually took months by ship. The Antonov was resurrected, upgraded, and certified for commercial flights. It completely obliterated world records. Its pressurized cargo hold was so incredibly long that the Wright brothers' entire first flight could have happened inside it. It carried 5 military tanks at once. It moved a 189-ton generator in a single piece. And during the 2020 pandemic, while passenger fleets were grounded, this giant kept the world alive, moving unbelievable volumes of medical supplies across continents in single flights. There was simply no other plane on Earth that could do what it did. Then came February 2022. The Russian invasion of Ukraine began, and Hostomel Airport, the home of the Antonov, was the primary target for a massive airborne assault. The An-225 was sitting inside a hangar. During the fierce artillery battles that followed, the plane was catastrophically destroyed. But here is the twist that shocked the world. The plane could have been saved. Investigations revealed a dark story of negligence, and possibly worse, from the highest levels of the Antonov company's management. The plane wasn't grounded for major repairs as initially claimed. It had fuel. The vital systems were tested. The crew was ready. NATO had even sent urgent warnings weeks in advance, and a safe haven was waiting for it in Germany. But the leadership inexplicably refused to give the evacuation order, deliberately ignoring warnings and leaving Ukraine's greatest aviation icon defenseless. Today, a second An-225 fuselage sits in a dark warehouse in Kyiv. It was started in the 80s but never finished. People ask, why not just finish it? Because it's just an empty metal shell. It lacks the complex nervous system of a modern aircraft, wiring, avionics, hydraulics, and engines. Rebuilding it using its original Soviet-era supply chain is now legally and politically impossible. And adapting it to use modern Western engines from companies like GE or Rolls-Royce would require millions of dollars just in digital redesigns and structural testing, making it a financial black hole. The Antonov An-225 Mriya, which means dream in Ukrainian, changed aviation forever. Whether it remains a legendary ghost of the past or finds a way to fly again, it proved that human engineering can truly conquer the impossible. If you enjoyed this and want to see more technical deep dives into aerospace and automotive systems, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I have a lot more engineering content coming up, and I'd love for you to join the journey. Thanks for watching.